It is widely acknowledged that Nigeria is in dire need of qualified, competent and skillful artisans. Indeed, several experts have stated that the nation's huge unemployment index is not unconnected to the lack of well-trained technical hands in critical areas of need that contribute positively to the economy. Artisans are the people who oil our lives, make our homes and offices run, our cars efficient, and our lives generally easier on a daily basis, as well as contribute to the economy. Despite their importance, artisans are yet to receive the necessary economic, social, and economic recognition, especially in view of their potential to generate youth employment. Tackling this issue in a sustainable manner would definitely require the adoption of functional educational systems that focus on entrepreneurship and vocational skills.
Vocational education is a core thing that could well assail itself in the area of poverty eradication in the country. For instance, a profession like automobile engineering, due to numerous unemployment we have in this country, it could be subdivided into almost 13 or 14 vocations. And every one of them will be able to serve each and every individual to cater for his or economic needs. It could be subdivided from vulcanizing to panel beating and spraying and engine electrics, wheel balancing, the core engine repairs itself, and so on and so forth. Whereby giving a sort of advantage to each individual to learn one particular trade. And I can also tell you that it could be used to set the economy of a particular state or even a nation. Get to Germany. In those days, Germany started that way. What they didn't know, they learned it. And from there on, they became a perfectionist in them. That's how it is everywhere in the world. Vocational education is the core thing when you talk about training or getting to become a professional in anything.
Education has been in Nigeria for more than 100 years. And all along, we more or less have been concentrating on theory. But I think the focus is now changing towards skill-based learning. Our economy is sustained by either service sector or the manufacturing sector. The manufacturing sector is more of a capital-intensive sector. The service sector is one that is labor-intensive. And where we have a skill-based learning, the graduates will fit in appropriately into the service sector.
Kwara State, under the leadership of His Excellency Alhaji Abdul Fattah Ahmed, is already thinking ahead to provide the needed solution to this critical manpower need in the nation by building a broad model for vocational education to tackle the deficit in skilled labor.
The training for all our schools, for our students this time around, will be based on acquisition of skills. And that will be spread over a period of time from SS1 to SS3. We are on the verge of preparing the curriculum for this. By the time they resume second term, this curriculum will be made available to all the schools and the training will be there. That is the policy thrust, is to make sure all our students have a skill in a particular trade before they get out of here, so that if at the end of the day a student wishes to continue his education, he can go to the university. If he wants to stop there, then he will have something on hand to embark upon. So the policy thrust is entrepreneurship.
Vocational education introduced in the secondary school or entrepreneurship skill acquisition introduced in the secondary school, this will go a long way to take so many youths away from the streets. And when people acquire these skills at the end of their training in the technical schools, rather than start looking for jobs, they become their own employers. And it is my belief that if this is reintroduced in the secondary schools, rather than having people, artisans, coming in from neighboring countries to take up these jobs that our youths were able to do, then the introduction of a vocational skill acquisition will be able to keep at least a certain number of youths away from the streets and be able to put them into good use.
Taking cognizance of the need, Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed made it a matter of priority to create a new generation of employable youth entrepreneurs through the provision of market-relevant skills. This determination became the driving force for the various vocational education initiatives of his administration. In this regard, the Governor Ahmed administration came up with innovative programs including Quick Win, which is designed to economically empower youths through entrepreneurship, skills training, and bridge employment.
We are gathered here to witness the launching of the first phase of the program, being kickstarted with 5,200 LSTs, composed of the following: clean and green, 1,872, entrepreneurial scheme, 1,872, environmental corps, 1,100, Kwara Bridge Empowerment Scheme, Kwabes, 150, Kwara Road Traffic Management Authority, Kwatma, 156, Kwara Signage and Advertisement Agency, Kwasa, 50, total 5,200.
Quick Win specifically was to address, Kwabis was just to give them temporary employment and then try to see how you migrate them into full service or the private sector. But coming from our learning points from Kwabis is that a lot of the people or the beneficiaries actually are actually just educated. They don't have hands-on skills. So Quick Win was as a result of the learning points from Kwabi. So Quick Win was much more focused on training, right? Skill acquisition, and then empowerment will follow. For me personally, I think that's the greatest achievement of the administration, and this office was involved in the development of the strategy.
The Quick Win program we started in the last administration would be upscaled to see that these youths go through the entrepreneurship training and are also supported with small and medium enterprise funding arrangements that will see them truly going into entrepreneurship.
Taking the drive for youth empowerment through vocational education several notches higher, the Alhaji Ahmed administration initiated the Master's Training Program to encourage young people to embrace vocational learning and acquire practical skills.
Master trainers are individuals or professionals in several trades who have been trained themselves and they have gone to further develop a workshop that can accommodate at least 10 trainees in different trades. When this government came in, it felt that the rate of unemployment that we have now, if it is not checked, the society will suffer for it. That is the army of very bright, very energetic and brilliant children we are churning out who have no hope of any job. At the end of the day, the society will have to bear the brunt by way of social development and antisocial behaviors that could be the result of unemployment. So government now went to the drawing board and said, look, let us initiate something that will engage our youths in job creation activities so that when they leave school, they will not be looking for jobs. Jobs will be looking for them because they will be marketable. They will have skills.
One of the cardinal programs of this administration is youth empowerment. This is based on our recognition of the fact that youths constitute the largest and the most productive component of our population. Therefore, any program that is developed or any effort that is made must prioritize the youth to ensure spread and success. And as a very responsive government that came in as a result of your mandate, you have ushered us into government that we should create dividends of democracy for all, irrespective of your political affiliation, irrespective of your religion, irrespective of your language. We are government for all. It's meant for all skill acquisition centers. It is meant for you to improve on your business so that you can grow, pay the money back, and others can use. We as a government, the only thing we can continue to do is to keep growing the money from 100 to 200 to 500 to 5 billion, 10 billion, 100 billion. Once the scheme becomes successful, that we can borrow, use, and pay back and grow our business, government will be encouraged to be pumping more money into the scheme, and more people will have access. So that explains how all of you that are master skill trainers will benefit. The acquisition scheme, the loan is meant for you.
Unlike traditional apprenticeship programs, the Master Trainers Program was designed to benchmark skill acquisition in the state against global standards. The Master Trainers were provided a unified curriculum to promote uniformity in the standard of practice.
Ètò tí ìjọba gbé wá, ètò tó dáa ni. Cause kí ọmọ máa wà wondering ọmọ rẹ̀ káàkiri, ọkọ̀ọ̀kọ̀ léèyàn dúró náà, kò sí pa àwọn ọmọ yẹn rìn kùnrin káàkiri mọ́. Torí Yorùbá sọ pé ọwọ́ tó dilẹ̀ lèṣù bẹ̀ǹṣẹ́. Tẹ́yìn bá ti wà tó ṣe ẹ̀rọ náà kan, kódà bí ò tí ì tó bá ti wọ́n kò ṣe rí ọ̀nà kan títí tí ó fi ṣe parí. Ọ̀nà yẹn náà Ọlọ́run lè fi oore sí fún un tó padà dẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ iwájú. So program yẹn ó dá púpọ̀. So gbogbo kíni yẹn ó dẹ̀ ń nípa lára wọn, ó ti ń yapa lára àwọn ọmọ wọ̀nyí tí àwọn náà ti ń rí ọwọ́ fi bọ ẹnu ju tàtẹ̀yìnwá lọ kún tó dọ́dọ̀ wà. So àwọn ọmọ wọn kà kún pé ìgbésí ayé àwọn ó dà níbi táwọn ti ń kọ́ iṣẹ́ yìí tíjọba fún wọn l'opportunity. Sẹ́mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ opportunity ló jẹ́ fún àwọn ilé láti ríṣẹ́ kọ́. Torí ẹ bá rí òbí mi ní ìṣe báyìí, òbí mi ò lágbára láti rán ọmọ kan ní pé kó lọ kọ́ iṣẹ́.
A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìjọba kúrò tí wọ́n gbé kalẹ̀. Mo wà lára àwọn tí èmi náà gbà kan lára àwọn ọmọọṣẹ́ tí gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì gbé kalẹ̀ tí ó dẹ̀ ti gbàyè tí wọ́n ti ṣe freedom mú mi torí táìmù wọn ti pé sẹ́yìn. Lára àwọn ọmọọṣẹ́ tí wọ́n fún wa, obìnrin náà wà nù wọn. Lára àwọn ọmọọṣẹ́ tí wọ́n fún mi tó dẹ̀ yẹ pé ọmọọṣẹ́ yẹn ó good. In fact, inú ẹ̀ dùn, inú èmi náà dẹ̀ ń dùn pẹ̀lú àwọn yòókù wa náà tí wọ́n fún ní àwọn ọmọọṣẹ́ torí à ń ṣe mí tí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn ọmọọṣẹ́ yẹn náà ó good. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wà tí wọn ò níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́, especially tí wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́ṣẹ́ ọwọ́, ṣùgbọ́n láti san owó fún ọ̀gá tí ó kọ́ wọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe jẹ́ ọ̀gá kan tí ò sówó lọ́wọ́ wọn, ìjọba ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́.
Ìjọba Kwara, ìjọba mẹ̀kúnnù ni tó dẹ̀ ń tó mọ̀ pé ìwọ tó bá ti kàwé nìkan ló lè ṣoríire. Ó ń rí ìjọba Kwara, ìjọba tó wà lórí àdéhùn tí ó rí nírí ìpètò tí ò bá lówó àti kàwé ọwọ́ ọpọlọ òpè láti kàwé ọ̀hán tí a lè kọ́ṣẹ́. Iṣẹ́ tó bá dẹ̀ kọ́ yẹ wàá lè máa fi jẹun tó máa fi maintain ara ẹ̀. So òun ló fi ètò tó gbé kalẹ̀ pé kọ́ mọ̀ dàbí pé ìjọba àwọn tó ń ṣe ìjọba nìkan àwọn tó kàwé nìkan náà ń benefit ni mo fi sọ pé ètò yẹn dáa gan. Irú àsìkò tí a wà ní last 2 years kọ́ ni náà introduce ìpètò àtisàn ti wà yẹ tẹ́lẹ̀ bẹ̀t kò wà òkè kò dúró dáadáa bẹ̀t bàbá wa Abdulfatai Ahmed Semigida ó kó gbogbo àjọ pé òun fẹ́ kí gbogbo ẹgbọn tá ti pẹ́ láti sàn kó wà lọ́mbrẹ́là kan tèmi náà tó mo ní tó fún mi ní orí ọ̀fẹ́ tó fi ṣe tó mo fi jẹ́ chairman board of trustee Kwara State orí ọ̀fẹ́ ni mo ní wọn dẹ̀ tún discriminate pé ẹni state báyìí ló ti wá ẹni báyìí tó wá sí àti ń reside ní Kwara State wọn ní kankan náà ní gbogbo wa because I'm not from Kwara State I'm Ekiti State ìtàn mú mi gẹ́gẹ́ bíi pé ìyàwó òun fẹ́ ló yẹ wọ́n ṣáà ti ń gbé Kwara jàǹfààní Kwara yẹn náà kò dé máa ń support kò dé máa ń ṣe so ètò ẹ̀ dá gan gbìyànjú gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì yẹn gómìnà wa ó gbìyànjú gan pẹ̀lú iṣẹ́ yẹn táwọn other state bá lè copy irú system tó ń ṣe yìí àárín gbogbo Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́ irú àwọn tí wọ́n kọ́ níṣẹ́ wọ́n fún wọn ní certain amount tẹ́gbẹ́ owó jẹ́ ní òye kí n lè wá sí ibi iṣẹ́ owó ọkọ̀ ló yẹ kí n lè wá ibi iṣẹ́ kò sí fún àwọn tí training yẹn àwọn àmì tó ń kọ́ṣẹ́ wọn yẹn kò sí fún wọn ọ̀gá náà dẹ̀ ń gba ẹ̀tọ́ tí wọn náà lè ṣoṣù ọ̀hún nílé sọ pé tó lọ́ pé àwọn tó kàwé àwọn tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba nìkan ló ń gbádùn ìjọba ní Kwara àtẹ̀ntó ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba àtẹ̀ntó ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba gbogbo wa bákan náà ni ìjọba Kwara fi mú wa náà dẹ̀ ń gbádùn ẹ̀.
Trainees were exposed to the latest technologies in their respective trades, including automobile repair, fashion designing, plumbing, hairdressing, and other skilled artisanship. Over 500 veteran artisans in the state were selected through a rigorous process across the 3 senatorial districts of the state and were duly and properly trained to become master trainers. They were commissioned to train youths on various skill acquisitions with the principal aim of making trainees into job creators instead of job seekers.
Alhamdulillah, ìgbà tí mi ti fi máa kọ́ṣẹ́ so mo wà nílé mi ò rí bí kankan lọ gbogbo kankan wà boring sí mi then tí ó sí ní ilé ayé ṣá so ìgbà tí wọ́n gbé empowerment wá ṣá pé iṣẹ́ ikọ́ mọ́ ni kò sí ẹni tí ó lè kọ́ṣẹ́ so èmi náà lọ gba kíní fọ́ọ̀mù yẹn mo fill form so Ọlọ́run ni wọ́n padà mú mi ń bẹ̀ so ìgbà tán fi mí sí ọ̀dọ̀ ọ̀gá mi tí ń jẹ́ Alhaji Lanki pé kí n máa kọ́ṣẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ wọn alhamdulillah mo dúpẹ́ fọ́lọ́run pé mo observe kan tó pọ̀ ń bẹ̀ gan kí mo dúpẹ́ fún àwọn ìjọba gan wípé iṣẹ́ tán gbé kalẹ̀ yìí alhamdulillah torí kò mú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ mi wà jẹ́ pé ó kàn máa rìn káàkiri àdúgbò gbogbo nǹkan tí ó yẹ kí wọ́n fi lọ wọ́n máa fi lọ ẹ̀gbin tí ó yẹ kó rí ó máa rí èmi gangan èyí gan tí mo sọ̀rọ̀ yìí àìmọye ẹ̀gbin míì jẹ́ pé mo máa ń rí lé àmọ́ gbà tí mo ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ yìí kò sí ti ń jẹ́ pé bóyá ẹ lọ bèèrè lọ́wọ́ lágbájá ó sojú ẹ̀ ó ṣe kinní kan mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn torí mo succeed.
mi kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ níṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ná kí n tó bó bá yá mo lè máa fi bísínẹ́sì sí i ṣe mọ̀ wípé Ọlọ́run ò dára bákan nǹkan tó wù mí nìyẹn mi ò fẹ́ gba bárà láti máa fi jẹun torí pé ó ń dójú ti èmi torí ẹ̀ ló jẹ́ kí n ní máa kọ́ṣẹ́.
èmi náà jẹ́ ọ̀kan nínú àwọn tó jẹ curriculum program then nǹkan tí mo rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé curriculum tó fún wa a dúpẹ́ fún ẹni tó fún wa a rí ẹ̀lọ́ọ̀tì níbẹ̀ because tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ àní iṣẹ́ kan tá a ṣe ju pé a lọ sí school a lè depend lórí school tá a lọ pé bójá ọlọ́ọ̀lẹ́ ni pé káwọn náà ṣe lè mú sí wọn but ìgbà tí kúnkún yẹn lè jáde tá a di pé àwa náà kọ́ṣẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ ọ̀gá tó jẹ́ ọ̀gá wa a ti achieve a lot níbẹ̀ nípa ká ṣiṣẹ́ kan send wa lọ sí wípé bóyá ní site tàbí lọ ṣe ká dẹ̀ ń gé níbẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan iṣẹ́ tó bá ní tó dẹ̀ ń pè wá even tàbá níṣẹ́ tó jẹ́ ọ̀gá wa yóò send wa lọ síbò ní pé ẹ lọ bá ẹni báyìí oníṣẹ́ tá a dẹ̀ ń kópa láti bẹ̀ tá a ń gé nǹkan kan láti bẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ táyé àwọn ní skul tá a ní nǹkan tá a ń ṣe even skul gan à ń sọ́fà níbẹ̀ náà ni because kò sí bàbá àwọn oníbàbá tẹ́lẹ̀ kò tó ìgbà tó náà dẹ̀ ní pé ìjọba tó fún wa iṣẹ́ yìí àwọn náà ti ń rọwọ́ mú bẹ̀rẹ̀ tá a ti ń dá iṣẹ́ wa ṣe dútì iṣẹ́ tí Alhaji ti kọ́ wa a dúpẹ́ fún wọn pé àwọn náà ṣe láǹfààní látọ̀dọ̀ wọn.
Central and key to the vocational education transformation of Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed is the International Vocational Center at Ajasheikpo, which is to be operated in collaboration with the world-acclaimed vocational education institution, City and Guilds of London. The center will award globally recognized certificates and diplomas moderated by City and Guilds, which makes graduates of the center marketable and employable, while making Kwara State the hub for vocational and technical skills in West Africa.
We have definitely brought our dream to reality by establishing an international vocational school here. The school, as it were, is designed to train our youths in vocational activities that are comparable to what is obtainable anywhere in the world. And don't forget that we said, though it is not a certificate awarding institution, but it's an institution designed to take our hands-on skill learning to certification that is comparable to anyone, anywhere in the world.
The center has as its objective to turn senior secondary school leavers, polytechnic and university graduates into well-trained artisans ready to create jobs and contribute to the collective prosperity of the state in areas like marine and port operations, agriculture, as well as engineering, construction, fashion design and textiles.
The Kwara State government having a vocational institution around the state is a real attribute of the government. The government has tried when it comes to that. A syllabus could be drawn whereby all vocational students will be able to gain correctional practice, professional practice, maintenance practice, and educational practice of a particular vocation. That syllabus will be able to get them to become professionals. Simply put, for instance, we have 20 rewires from a particular local government, 20 from another local government, 20 panel beating and spraying students from a particular local government. They will be sub-distributed into the expert, to the workshop of the experts they've got on ground for physical practice, as per the standard set within the syllabus that has already been set. The theoretical aspect will be taken to the classroom that's built for them. Hence creating standard. That is to say, whoever has passed out from air and is from Irekpodun and the other one is from Barutin, the same standard will go all about the state while having the same certificates. So when they are being patronized, you get the same standard all through the state as per the vocational expertise we've distributed around the state, and that's improving the economy of Kwara State too.
The International Vocational Center at Ajasheikpo is part of the human capital development function of the ministry. That center, when completed, will change the face of the quality of artisanship not only in the state but in the country, even in the West Africa sub-region. And we expect that any youth that benefits from that training will have opportunities, of job opportunities, not within the country alone, but outside the country, because they will be of high demand in Dubai, they will be of high demand in Saudi Arabia, even in London, because their certificates will have international quality. That is exactly what the governor has done in Kwara State.
His Excellency Dr. Abdul Fattah Ahmed, Megidan Kwara. The long-term goal is to reduce the level of youth unemployment in this state in particular. You know, that's the cankerworm that is disturbing the whole world today. And unless you make sure all our youths are gainfully employed, there will always be crisis everywhere. However, by the time this is completed, that a student have a skill, they will be constituted into cooperative committees, cooperatives, and from there they will be moved to Ministry of Commerce and Industry where they will have access to soft loan to establish their own business. The long-term goal is to make sure these students are skillfully employed and not white-collar job. They will have business of their own.
Firstly, we'll bring into a functional level the International Vocational Center. This will see our youth getting access to training programs in different aspects of the economy. And we also intend to support this with access to small and medium enterprise funding that will enable them jumpstart as entrepreneurs. But the most important part of it is that apart from the fact that it will be compartmentalized into cooperatives, would also require their services. They will see patronage from government and would also encourage patronage from other citizens of the state. So by and large, they begin to see their services also being keyed into the bigger economy of the state.
The outcomes of these initiatives are proving vocational education as a veritable means of bridging the technical knowledge gap that currently exists in the country. It is also proving effective in reducing unemployment. With all these in place, there is no doubt that Kwara State will soon attain its rightful status as the vocational hub in Nigeria and indeed in the West African sub-region. Kwara State, it's good here.